Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Alabama's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed again.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
They'll leave it with him. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Hale. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Love the play call here and love the decision to go RPO on 4th down. You're giving yourself options, but right here, you're just trusting in your offensive line and your running back to go get you the first down. Well done.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Not enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Under fire. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Gonna look downfield again. That's caught. It's Hale. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snags it. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone.
6-9-1, Gators score. Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Edwards. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to go up top on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. The Tide will get the first down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
Here we go.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. It's complete.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Young. Got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Barry Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Moving out of the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Gets set for 2nd down. The play action fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Rides the back on the option to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Makes the grab, it's Williams. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after 2.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive points.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Mason. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Rushes on him, looking for the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Makes the grab down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Barry Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up?
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They dragged him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Well, sudden change situation. Got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight, they didn't allow a touchdown, and they forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Quick strike complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Badgers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Makes a connection. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught over the middle. It's Dupree. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers!
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease. And then the wide receivers start to kick in. And the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over South Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Looking to throw again. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game, as we're starting to get late. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed it's 2nd and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Edwards. Makes the catch. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Pressure coming. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so...
All out of space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Hides his tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Steps away to find some room. Zips it out to his man. Strong, firm tackle. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Cuevas. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Works the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Cricket. Ready.
Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9.
Okay, ready?
So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Freedom. Get set.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now it's 2nd and goal.
29 Philly.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it for a big play. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Power football with the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
On the ground, it's Dupree. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Unleashes one deep. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback.
They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Try to get it to the edge. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal.
Pound 55 weak.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation